Okay folks, I found this on a garbage pile on the side of the road. It shouldn't be disposed of like this. It should be disposed of. There are a few ways of disposing of these. I don't remember them all off the top of my head, but one of them is to take them into a community recycling centre to have them properly recycled. If you have any questions about that, Google it, how to dispose of fluorescent tubes and bulbs, because it's really important to dispose of those things properly. Otherwise they all have mercury in them, and mercury is extremely toxic. So yeah, it's always very important, and they're phasing them out anyway, folks. The old fluoro tubes, the old light bulbs, they're all going out of the way, all in favour of LED technology. I'm going to miss the old fluoros. I have a soft spot for those. I used to collect streetlights at one stage many years ago, streetlight fixtures. I do have a liking for them, and some of them were fluorescent. So yeah, that's one of my offside interests. I don't collect them anymore. A long time ago, but I have no room for such large collectibles. I don't have a garage or anything. I'm just living in a one-bedroom unit, and I've got enough stuff in that already. So let's see. I've just already blown the cover. Yes, it's a fluoro globe. So yeah, Mirabella. I'm going to roll this across the glass. Hopefully I won't drop it on the floor and make it smash it, because when you smash it, it can release mercury. It releases mercury, and the mercury is fucking deadly. So it's a deadly gas that there's mostly gas. It usually vaporizes, but there's still a little bit of solid. I don't know much. I'm not an expert on this shit, folks. There's a lot of people on social media like YouTube who make videos about light fittings and shit and fluorescence, and a lot of them absolutely hate the LED stuff that's released, because LED is replacing fluorescence, and most of these enthusiasts really find it distasteful indeed. They really going to miss their beloved fluorescent lights, and I don't blame them, but somehow you have to accept progress if it's going to make the world a safer and greener place. I don't know where to put this. I'm just going to put it somewhere safe. I'm just going to chuck it in here inside there. That should keep it safe from smashing. I think I want to keep it as a collectible. Just a little bit of a piece of fluorescent history. This is Mirabella. But yeah, I really have a soft spot for fluoros. I can understand where these enthusiasts are coming from. I'm going to miss them, folks. I'm really going to miss the old fluoros. But, progress is progress, I'm afraid. However much we're going to miss them. I do wonder if we're going to make this a reduction. I'm going to miss the old fluoros, folks. Really, I do. I already miss them, even though I've got some in my ceilings. I've still got some new ones that I haven't used yet, which I'm thinking of keeping as collectibles as well. And other types of gas discharge lamp are being discontinued, like mercury vapor lamps, which is high pressure ones. Fluoro globes and fluorescent tubes are what's called a low pressure mercury vapor lamp. I'm not an expert on this stuff, folks. I must admit, I'm not an expert, but I do have an appreciation. I have some knowledge of this shit. But I do appreciate that these enthusiasts are not terribly chuffed about losing their beloved fluorescent bulbs and tubes. I can understand that, folks. I really can. I really empathise with these people who really love what they have collected, and they make videos about them and that. It's a real enthusiast thing. It's a real interesting kind of a thing that these people have for such mundane equipment. I don't know if this is gonna... I don't like the colour scheme of that. I do think the green should have been more of a blue colour. But yeah, I'm really going to miss them too. I understand where these lighting people are coming from. But, you know, it's just like people are going to hate it when petrol-driven cars are going to be one day a thing of the past as well. And that's going to hurt a lot of people. I actually think we're going back to this one, and we're going to just try... That looks a bit shitty. The green looks a bit too green. But yeah, I really empathise with these lighting enthusiasts that their favourite globes and tubes are being made redundant, and that they can't have back the... because the mercury is too deadly, and they're trying to kill it off because they just want to make it safe, although there might be a money-making thing involved. But basically the tubes are on their way out, and that's just progress, I'm afraid. I know it's not going to be terribly tasteful for these enthusiasts, these hardcore lighting enthusiasts, but I know it's really hurts to have something you love disappear. Back in 2013, they declared, Google declared that they were going paperless, so the photocopier appeared to be under threat by the paperless office. But I know that the paperless office isn't going to happen, so I'm not worried. I do believe I can redesign the photocopier someday when I have the brain damage repaired by technology, like Elon Musk's Neuralink or some other discovery. And that's come up looking better. That's a better blue, actually. That's a better colour. I do wonder if I could do a better job of that. But basically, I look forward to the day when they have technology to fix the brain damage that I had at birth, and to make it... I think we're going to leave it like that. I do like that contrast between the yellow. It's okay. I do wonder if it should be greener or whether it should just stay like that. But yeah, I do really empathise with the people in the lighting community, because there's nothing nicer than a fluorescent tube. I know, I realise that, I understand. I'm going to miss them too, but I know I have to accept that they're not going to be around much longer. Whatever's still available is just going to be there, and eventually they'll burn out and be replaced by LEDs. Tube-shaped LEDs, must I add. That's come up looking better, actually. I do think that's all right. I think we'll use that. So yeah, tube-shaped LED lamps that some of them can be directly fitted into a fluorescent fitting. I'm not an expert on that shit though, folks. Now I'm trying to get this to... I'm having trouble here with these. But basically, yeah, it looked like there was going to be a paperless office where there was not going to be any need for photocopiers and stuff. But that's really crap, because you can't rely on the kind of technology we have today that's designed to break anyway. And paper is good in the dark. When the lights go down, when the power supply goes down or your internet goes down, the paper can be utilised as long as you can take it outside in the light. You can use paper when the power's off or when the data stops flowing, when there's an internet outage. So you need to have paper. You can't just have electronic documents and stuff, or soft copies. Soft copies as in scans and that are on... I can't explain it, folks. I'm not good at explaining things, sorry. But basically, yeah, I I do believe that photocopiers will be a necessary tool eventually. Again, as usual, they won't disappear, and I'm going to make the best ones there are. I don't have time for all this lighting related stuff, however much I have a soft spot for it. And as you know, I don't have enough room to store such artifacts. There's a lot of really good collections out there that you can find on places like YouTube, and it's entertaining. Brings back memories of when I was actively collecting streetlight fixtures. So, but I am really more of a toner head or a photocopier nerd than a lighting boffin. But lights will always have a place in my life. I've always been fascinated by lights, especially fluorescent ones, as a kid especially. Even though they look scary in the dark or in lightning, when lightning reflects off them in the dark, like a street light in my mum's old street, where she used to live, where I used to live in the family home in Forestville. Yeah, but basically, I've always been fascinated by street lights and shit, and other electrical things. And other things as well, but mainly I've always been drawn to electronics and electrical things, especially lighting and that. So these are interesting pictures of a fluorescent globe. So I dedicate this demo to all the lighting people out there who might have stumbled across this. I don't know if there's many lighting people who are, some of them might be. I did see there was one lighting enthusiast on a forum who was also interested in office equipment as well as computers. So there you go, you might have others that have multiple interests as well as lights. And that's come up looking really quite a treat. I think we can now call this demo quits.